Anyways, it's enough of that. All right, it's enough of that. I think some of you guys might have been looking in the news and seen UFC in the news. And if you haven't seen this, UFC is apparently securing private islands to host fights. Which is actually one of the most badass things ever. Can we just be honest about that? Okay, like I understand we're trying to be safe. I understand we're trying to quarantine. I get it. I'm with you 100%. Wash your hands. Please stay safe. But how badass would it be if somebody said, hey, like whatever you do in your profession, right? They're like, hey, we need you to play whatever or do your profession on this private island with millions of people watching and nobody else really doing much. Like, I mean, how sick would that be, dude? You know, I don't care what you are. I mean, they could do private island bobsledding, and I would be all over it. They could do private island table tennis, and I would be all over it. I'm trying to think of the most ridiculous sports they could do on an island. Hell, I saw footage earlier today of them doing bowling in like 2006, 2005, like NBA, like Dwayne Wade, LeBron. Dude, I would watch that. So UFC going to these private islands, I think is genius. I think Dana White is a genius. I think that is amazing work. And you know what? I'm probably going to watch UFC. I don't even watch UFC. Can I be honest with you? I've never watched a UFC fight in my life. Okay, I've maybe like seen like clips, but I've never sat down and said, dude, you know what? I'm going to watch two guys try to beat the shit out of each other. I've never watched it. Never watched it. I've watched boxing. Okay? And maybe you're saying, well, Tim, you know, boxing is the same thing. You watch two guys beat the shit out of each other. You know, hey, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I mean, I don't know. I thought boxing was supposed to be like this technical thing. And I know UFC is too. UFC is super technical, man. UFC is probably, you know, technically like harder than boxing, if we're being completely honest. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just one of those things, man, where I've never really been into it. And it's not something I can really understand, right? Like if you tell me somebody's really good at judo or somebody's really good at Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you know, I don't really understand that. All I know is, okay, maybe they're really good at wrestling people and tackling them and, like, you know, once they get them on the ground. Like, I understand some of that, but, yeah, like I said, I've never really watched a UFC fight. Like, I've never really sat down and watched one. Like, maybe I've seen clips of them. I've obviously seen Conor McGregor knock the piss out of some people. That guy's tremendous. Hey, I'll tell you what, let me watch Conor McGregor fight on a private island. I love hearing that guy talk. Like, they tried to make him out as being racist at one point during, like, the Floyd Mayweather fighters. I'm like, oh, my gosh. And I don't know. He may have used some terrible words, whatever. He may have, like, not phrased something. But, dude, some of those things are just trying to sell a fight. And the other thing is, Conor McGregor's fucking hilarious. Okay? Can we just be honest? Every time that guy drops the F-bomb, I crack up inside. And I say, yeah. You know, like, it's classic. I love hearing Conor McGregor go off. You know, and so, you know, but then there's this other guy, Khabib, right? And Khabib is like it's like a super technician, man. And he's also like apparently not really into a lot of press, right? Like he's not really in. And I'll tell you right now, dude, if they got those two people to fight on a private island, if this thing dragged on, that would be the biggest fight ever. Khabib versus Conor McGregor again? Are you kidding me? Dude, I would pay $60 American dollars right now to watch that fight on a private island. You know, and that would be bigger than Mayweather or Conor McGregor. Are you kidding me? That'd piss on that fight, dude. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it would be bigger than Jiren versus Goku. You know what I mean? And that fight, if I'm being completely honest, that fight might be top 5 ever. Do anime fights get included in top fights ever? I guess technically not, because nobody really dies or gets hurt. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You want to call me on a technicality? Call me on a technicality. All right? Whatever. But UFC is... It makes me wonder, what are some other possibilities that we might see for some of these private sports leagues? Like, could we see, like, another NBA All-Star game or something like that, like, in another country? Because, I mean, the NBA is still paying their players. Like, that's something that the NBA is not necessarily getting a ton of press love for, and because we all know, dude, if the NBA stopped paying their players, dude, the NBA would get crushed. Like, if the NBA right now stopped paying their players, could you imagine all the people that would just go on Twitter and just immediately virtue signal? Or, like, that would just immediately have a legitimate reason to be mad at the NBA? I mean, like, there would be thousands in an uproar if that were to be the case. But, my goodness, how awesome would it be to watch another All-Star game that, like, matters? You know what I mean? Like, what if, I don't know, what if they did the playoffs and, like, separate islands or something like that? Dude, how sick would that be? We have secured 16 islands. No, we have secured 16 islands. In each island, there's going to be a basketball game. And the team that wins gets to stay, and the team that loses, no, they get to leave, okay? They get to leave. And then they play, like, the championship on, like, a boat. Yeah, they could do that. Nah, not outside, though. That would be kind of annoying. Wouldn't that be messed up? It's like a windy day for like an NBA championship. And then I guess I would mess up doing... Yeah, I guess you'd have to do a series, too. So you would just get another private island for the finals. Yeah. But I think that'd be so cool, dude. Honestly, that's something straight out of like a cartoon, right? That's like Space Jam in real life. We're going to play in this secret place. You know, we're going to play in this private island. And the other interesting thing is, like, where are these private islands? Like, who's living on these private islands? Do they have any objection to this? Can they have any objection to this? Listen, man, we're going to come to your island. We're going to fight on it. How about that? Is that okay with y'all? We have 2 guys. They're going to beat the piss out of each other, or girls, and they're going to get paid millions of dollars. That sound good with y'all? Cool. All right. Like, what if there's, like, local tribesmen there? What if one of them shows up and challenges the winner of the fight from UFC? You know, that'd be sick. No, okay, I'm kidding. That's not good. It's not legal. Don't do that. But that's the other thing is, some of these fights are happening out of, like, jurisdiction of, like, where fighting normally can happen. So that's kind of why they're able to skirt around the rules. So UFC, NBA potentially looking at different options. I know the NBA is doing stuff like horse tournaments. You kidding me, dude? You think I'm going to watch 2 professional basketball players play horse in 2 separate places? Like, they're not even on the same court. That would be like saying, okay, we're going to... No, dude, no. I'm not watching that.